Hey there, Virgo. This is Joy with Joy of the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you are back, that must mean you like it here. And if you like it here, click that like button down below. Show your love and support and your gentle vote for this channel. And if you're new here, click the subscribe button. It's free as always. And we're happy. Yes. We're very happy. We're happy to have you hop on this joy train with us. Why? Because we're silly, we're ridiculous. No, we're always having a good time here. We're leveling up into our golden self so that you can live satisfied and fulfilled here in your body right now today, because you're more than enough. You're plenty. You are perfect. You are divine, and you're right on time. So let's take a look at what is going on, Virgo. I made some notes, did a little channeling before we started, so let me take a peek at what's going on. But I must tell you, I am quite excited. You were sweet and to the point, and you were talking about sweet surprises are coming your way. We're talking about hand-eye coordination, and they wanted me to let you know justice, all capital letters, justice. It's emphatic, seeks revenge. Now, the justice that will go on here, you let me know, is success is the sweetest revenge. Now, from the couple of cards they're sitting up and the hidden mysteries about to reveal themselves, it is showing some beautiful promise. I love it. This is coming in with the left hand and the right eye angel layering through itself into the center of your reading here, about that divine passion, about the power of who you are, your alignment. You've come through the temperance, you've come through the work. Many of you, you've been here at this channel for quite a long minute doing the work, not just of your own self, but the agreement, the connecting with Big Papa, Big Daddy, getting in with the systems and the alignment, and redefining and connecting to your whole self, embracing who you are. Knowing that you're not a mistake, there's nothing wrong with you, giving yourself power and permission to also live this life, not just here to make sure other people's lives are better, but to ensure that your own is as well. Not by any guardianship, protection, means, or measure, but to be aware of your own energy and realize that, yeah, you can take a break, you can have fun right now, you can bless yourself, that type of energy going on. So right here we have the star showing up. Really nurturing that divine connection that God loves you, heaven loves you. And now if that word God offends you, the eye of God, it is your chart, your destiny, your pure perfect self when you were lined up above. You said, I want to be born like this, live here, have these parents. Here's all the placements I want, my chart that's going to bring about the tools and the magic and the equipping of who I am to live and experience life and enjoy life the way I see myself. And then you step down into this world. We bump our heads a little bit and we forget a few things. Well, that's the thing, is coming back into the alignment, the sun and the moon aligning with the star. And who's the star? You, getting in the center of your chart, that you're not just here for some compulsory work. You're not just here for your midheaven, or that is your purpose in life. Life is meant to have meaning first and foremost. And that's what you've been getting into. I'm quite excited about it. And knowing that you love you, all of you. It's raining olives and stars. This is the will of life. This is life's love speaking over you, that life loves you too. That as you get to love you, life can love you too. Life can, well, baby, hang on. Pardon me as I stretch into the camera. Can join in this blessing. Bringing in things. I love it, because we're going to take the ones that turn up. When pigs fly. What's that? Overcoming the restraints of some ruts in your chart is what you're talking about. Some alignments in your chart, some struggle and some strife that had gone on for quite some time. This is showing up like family wounds, like heart wounds, whether it was the family of choice, through marriage or living together in that type of a relationship, or whether it's coming from your birth home or the situation that you grew up under. That is showing up kind of like a dead tree, because it's missing part. And it's not having control over the whole situation here, and has left you hanging, almost buried in the dirt and the dust and the rabble, is what you're talking about. And here's this new potentiality rising up, this Page of Cups, this new inspiration of the heart that is exalting and lifting up love. That's what I love about you, Virgo, coming into that renewal, that juncture. Okay, so you're wanting to go ahead and talk with this card first. Ooh, death. Yeah, I love that it's closing out this old chapter. It's closing out that old chapter. We've stepped into this, but even beyond this, they're wanting you to let you know there is more. There's more than just this Page of Cups, this wishing, this hoping, this dreaming. Death is coming in for the alignment and the divinement. Very much Pluto and Plutonian power want to show up to help you. No more of the Phoenix type energy, because Pluto, when we're operating in a deficit or a struggle mindset or that type of thing, or needing to earn or deserve or live out of our purpose and forgetting our meaning, we do the death and resurrection, the Phoenix, which can be very exalted in this modern era, but it's just simply one side of an issue. When Pluto wants us to step into the truth of the power, the divine connection, the pure heart, the trusting and the unfolding of life itself. Okay, see, the crows are silenced here. They're coming in, they're bringing in that Plutonian power and supporting it. Nothing needs to be said. It's coming into the peace, perfect peace, this divine order, the goldness self aligning and divining up. You are backlit at this moment. So it's talking about healing the back of the mind, because the unconscious mind, that can be Pluto, but that can also be some Lilith energy, some shadow work going on there, not shadow work the way it's normally said. Allowing the illumination, the image, this understanding has already come into your mind, this wishing, hoping, getting clear, that type of energy, knowing that you are loved, that you are definitely loved by life, and now that you are connected, and you're beginning to allow it to remain and to abide, so that it can make the image, when it goes into our eyes, it hits the back of our mind, our retina, and it inverts. And that is that could be a distortion, right? If we don't let it revert and then come all the way out, and that we get to live it and see it. And you're talking about Page of Cups. Okay, interesting. Birds of a feather flock together. So this is something imaginary, our imagination, one of our eyes. Think about Scorpio. You may check out Scorpio's read when it gets posted, or go back into any of them. All of them are timeless. Follow your spirit and your guides to the child that's calling you to something, a cup of love that you can taste and see that it is good, true, tangible fulfillment. Something that not only can you rest your hat on, you can rest your seat on. You can have that love and support that you so desire, that celebration of life. I absolutely love it. Now that it's bringing us up into the unseen here at the divine table is what you're talking about, the Four of Swords. So you are resting on this divine table. This is you, the back of the mind, illuminating to enliven and breathe fresh spirit and fresh life into this body to bring you back. So you're talking about the final Phoenix, the Quetzalcoatl, which is why Samuel is here. Okay, 37, the perfect 10, the creative power, restoring your energy. It's like being resuscitated, life being blown back into your nostrils by spirit itself. There's no more deception or repression of who you are, knowing that you are truly loved and adored by life, and that you love life too. That's what I like. The gratitude, the appreciation is awakening here. You're starting to see it come about. You're feeling the blood pumping in your veins. That trepidation is set behind. There's a little tremble of apprehension, but apprehension can also come in as a cross vibration of excitement as well. So they're saying, let yourself begin to get excited, and you will see it is all coming together. It's like here, the 3 and the 8, that creative divinity, restoring of your power, resurrecting you, breathing, resuscitating you, brings in this divinity, the mirror self, the whole heart, the seeing that life is divine. And now it's going to move pretty swiftly. That's what I like about the pelican coming in here. Something unseemingly, unlikely, that could seem burdensome or heavy is actually light and delightful. Because the pelican, their body, their heads are quite large, but being that I live here at the ocean, I get to see them when they silently move by, almost never beating or flapping their wings. Effortless living, effortless love. That is because of the appreciation for life itself that has come in here, that you honor and you live from those decisions. You live from your instincts and what feels good, the alignment of the eyes, going beyond just the imagination into the realization of it here, knowing that heaven on earth is not just some figment, it's not just some woo-woo, it's not just some pat answer that you give yourself. It is the living truth. It is your truth, and you're holding on to that, abiding and staying connected. Why? Because you love yourself, and because you love yourself, it is all coming together. That is the cosmic flow and the goldness self coming on in here. It also has to do with the initials in your name. Some of you, this is marriage coming on forward, but I love that it says pure, perfect reflection. Now, but again, back to the pelicans, they soar just inches above the water, not even flapping their wings. They're using the laws of nature, of what it is. They're not using it. They're in marriage. They're in synergy. They're in that unity of language that transcends all understanding. Now that's coming in under the left hand of Gabriel. Now the hand-eye coordination, our left hand is driven by our right side of our brain, okay? This creative empowerment to this stake your claim, to know who you are and to not be moved from it. To not be moved from it. You had lost so much already that this is your foundational upbringing that is being reestablished because of what you stand for and what you believe in. Not just morals and virtues and standards and that type of thing, because Big Papa is here for you. It's about the enlightenment of it. Remember, this delightful type life, this cosmic energy, the being connected to your truth, is knowing that when you stand your ground, you know who you are and how you operate. You also know when to stand up for yourself and when to stand up to yourself. That's all we need to know is our comings and goings. So there is no power struggle, because the power struggle first and foremost begins with oneself. So if there's no power struggle with yourself, you're in the center of who you are. You're in this divine alignment. You're in the appreciation, the establishment. You're allowing the light to fully illumine you without judgment coming between the layers going on here, right? You just allow it to come into fruition. That is the power of Pluto, overriding these karmics and these cosmic wounds that you had in your upbringing, okay? Now, friend, that I thank you for listening first and foremost, because this is showing up here. Look at that divine head. Now, elephants, what I love coming in right after this, because see, they're crosswise like that. I love how that's working together. It's coming in, it's opening the heart, and this is a heart of remembrance, the one that remembers, it knows what love is innately and inherently to you, in you, what it is like to show love, to show honor, to show respect, to be patient, to also not tolerate. We're not here and we're not called to tolerate. We're called to know who we are and how we operate, right? And rather than frustrate and frazzle and fizzle ourselves, we can step on a side from it and give it the space and room for whatever that is to occur, but it doesn't need our witness, because what we witness we bring in, okay, friend? So with that up above it, I'm up above it. That's what you're talking about. Oh, and that's it. Okay, so let's get to our affirmation. I've opened up and I am on my way. Okay, if you'd like to say it with me, I've opened up and I am on my way. Because I was talking about up, up, and away, that type of energy, which I love it because it's not just like flying away. Here's this pelican, this swiftness, this delightfulness, taking a rest on who you are. That the giraffe has very much been showing up all across this world right now. It is that plasma energy, breathing the higher air, the higher oxygen, the plasma realm, and bringing it down to earth, staying in that trust and that nuance of up above it, being able to spiritually be above the fray and the den and the noise that used to play you out into this, because you're not here to die and resurrect. That's not honoring of your life or your energy. You're here to taste and see. Life is good and life loves you. Okay? You have opportunity, you have positivity, and not that false positivity, not something that is of the mind churning around. This is the heart, the confidence, the knowledge, the assurance that what? Life loves you too. That's the number 2 right there. That's it. Pure, perfect, divine connection. And chakma. Okay. If you didn't enjoy yourself then, all right. Well, whatever. This is that balance. This is that breath of life. This is from the bottom of your heart. The words flow forth from your heart. And it's no longer having to, what? Bleed the love. No one has to pay a price for this anymore. It's already been paid. Who paid it? Pluto. All right? Your story is already written. Your chart is already divined, and you're not limited by it. Matter of fact, when we go into the center of who we are, this solarness and this alignment, the light comes on, and it we could kind of say it obliterates everything, but it brings you in up above it, so that you, each new day that comes in, you're in harmony and synergizing with the new energy, instead of being stuck playing out an old record over and over and over again. You instead have the whole musical library of the whole entire world, that you can follow your energies and you can divine with yourself and dance and appreciate. And you're saying, definitely going back to this card, celebrate. That's right. Okay, friend. So we got this little heart. Wait, hang on. It's sitting like that over this Ace of Blades. Now, it's Ace of Blades. Ace is usually reward, but it's talking about divine knowledge. But I'm telling you, there's a little bit of imprisonment of somebody getting a leg up on over you in regard to your wisdom, pure nature. So you might want to go back and listen to some of the ones that had the green thumbnail that were on the Capricorn through Gemini, because on that particular week they were talking about let nature take its course. If you look at the date of whatever this read is, back up by about a week, and that's where they're coming in. It's talking about being your natural true self, not having to hide anymore in order to discover, but they're asking you to embrace. To embrace, not to cover. This is showing up like that fig leaf, like there's a shame in knowing that you're divine and you're beautiful, that you're worthy of this. There's no shame. And what Samuel's want me to say, he says there's no shame and no need to explain, not from me to you, but from you to anybody else. And Big Papa says, I put my piece in on that. 1, 2, Samuel and Big Papa telling you there is no need to explain who you are to anybody. No need to shame, to hide, to downplay, to discover, okay, to downgrade yourself. That's what Chuckman's talking about, is no longer needing to bleed the love, because that had to do with something in these familial ruts going on here. Somehow there was an assertion of power against the beauty of who you are, the naturalness of who you are, the free flow of who you are, the rewards and success that could come surrounding you, which could catapult you into the Virgo-ness. Irregardless of why you're here, we are the whole chart. But that Virgo part of coming along to help heal others. It can also be Chiron as well. Well, since I can't heal myself, I can see everything else, so I'll help you heal yourself. And that having to, well, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, and it just keeps the world moving around instead of it existing and living in this activation, okay, in this connection. Look how relaxed and at peace you are, not having to do anything for this, okay? Now underneath that brings in 4 of Wands and Knight of Wands. Now I love to see a Knight show up. Now I know what this can be connoted as with other people, but this is showing up a lot in that Pelican energy going on here, an invitation being made. More with presence, someone who is in your world, circulating around, man or woman. The Knight is just about the energy of one who's in movement. Knight goes well with a queen, irregardless man or a woman, which the Knight is not you. It's this person in your energy field. And what I would know is them being up here near the 8 is talking about a divine connection. So in that there's no separation from yourself. It's getting in synergy with who you are, that vibes at the same level, same capacity as you. You don't have to be the same people in order for it to work out. Complements tend to work quite well. The world calls them opposites, but we artists in the artist world, we call them complementary colors, because you bring them together and they cause this vibration, this beautiful energy that far supersedes any sort of chemistry that can be brought about by wands. It has to do with connection. Connection who? Connection to oneself, because they too are also connected to their divine selves. They've been through this. They now know Pluto and their power, so there aren't the power struggle energies going on. It's like, okay, I'll serve myself. You can serve yourself. Someone can serve us. The relationship is here to nurture that, and no one loses who they are in it, and that brings about this. That's why there are 4 rods coming on in to make the divine ceremonial tent going on. That union with self and the union with self, and then the full covering coming in. That's heaven on earth here, friend. Well, that's pretty exciting. Oh, they're saying 2 more. Okay, these were pushing their way in on top of this. What your true nature is, what your true inheritance is. Let me pick it back up. That's what they're saying. There is no shame. Let this on in. This, let's Pluto overcoming this. This is your birthright, not this. That was your experience. And Pluto's coming to wash it, to mend it, to remember Hierophant coming on in, to restore here, to resuscitate you into the fullness of who you are. Because ain't nothing wrong with your body, baby. Man and woman, this is you, okay? Virgo, there is nothing wrong with your body. You're beautiful and divine. There's nothing wrong with your chart. You are plenty and perfect. You life desires your satisfaction and your fulfillment, this divine connection, this peace, and this harmony in your heart. I absolutely love it. And look what it brings in. The happy family and the son. This is personal reward. This is personal we could say pride. It's literally that honey, that soothing, that oil of joy flowing through you. Pardon the fan coming out my head, y'all. And then this divine, because see, whether you choose to have children or not, or how it all brings together, it just is, it's indicating expansion and growth, that order. Remember the 4 and the 4. Okay, fully connecting to oneself. It's almost like, irregardless of your sex here, anybody, them and their divine child, you and your divine child, okay, in harmony, having made whole with yourself, with peace with your past. You get what I'm saying? And that isn't a roll over in the grave kind of peace, right? Because you got resuscitated here, baby. You divine and right on time. Absolutely love it. Samuel coming on in. So if you need to hear a little bit more about this, rewind back up. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, click that subscribe. Stretch your finger over there and just tap that like button, show your love and support. If you'd like to know anything else about me, you can click the description box and see some of my placements down there and hear a little bit about how I feel on this channel. Your satisfaction and fulfillment mean the world to me and my world as well. I love you. Talk soon. Bye-bye.